What is up, folks, and welcome to the BJT show where I talk about sports, media, entertainment, and such things. My name is Byron, and I am your host. And in this episode, I have a very special guest. He plays corner at Miami, Ohio University, and his name is Adrian Walker Jr. Adrian, thank you for joining me.
No problem.
Yes, sir. What was your high school football career like?
My high school career was a winning high school career. We ain't do too much losing at Belleville for real. I think my record at Belleville was like I only lost like 3 games out of my 4 careers at Belleville, and I won 2 state championships. Uh, I had a good quarterback. I think y'all know Bryce Underwood is. Yeah, really, it was a good 4 years at Belleville.
Okay, nice. Nice to have another multi-time state champion on the pod. You got two rings, I got two rings, so we already know how it go.
Yeah.
For sure. And what was it like playing with Bryce Underwood in high school?
It was good. Bryce, he got a good work ethic. So whenever I was with Bryce, he always want to go get some work. I was always down for go get some work for a couple hours, then leave the field, go get some food, chill out, and then go back to working out. So being with Bryce, it made me a better football player. And made me he gave me a better mindset for football as well.
Speaking of state championships, you had a crazy behind the back interception in the state championship game, and I believe 2023 was it 2023 or
Uh,
2024?
2023.
2023. And so he had a behind the back interception in the state championship game in 2023, and it was a crazy interception. Some people I've talked to said that was probably the best interception that they had ever seen, and not just a high school football game, but really just football in general. So, what was that like for you getting that interception and seeing it go viral and everything like that?
So when I did it, I ain't really even think about it going viral in the moment of the game. But when I had got to the locker room in the middle of the game, I checked my phone. For some reason, I checked my phone and my phone was blowing up, and I got to showing everybody else like, dang, this got a whole bunch of views. I think it had like 1 million views at halftime. I was getting a whole bunch of followers, a whole bunch of people commenting under the video. I didn't realize what I did until I looked on Instagram and see how viral it was. So yeah, I got on the bus on the way from the game, and Miami offered me the same night.
Wow. So you got a crazy interception in the state championship game. Go into the locker room and check your phone, and phone is blowing up. Everything's going crazy. You also got the win in that state championship
Hmm.
game, and you got an offer from Miami of Ohio right after the game.
Nah, we ain't even win.
Oh,
That's
y'all
what
didn't
we
win?
ain't even. Nah,
Oh,
we ain't win.
wow.
Nah, we lost. We lost by I think we lost by like 12 points. Yeah, we lost.
Yeah. Still a big accomplishment to even get to the state championship, and then also getting the offer right after the game. That's crazy.
Yeah, I went. We went to Ford Field 3 times. We won twice and lost one.
Speaking of Miami of Ohio, and you getting offered after that state championship game, what was your recruitment process like in high school, and what made you choose to go to Miami of Ohio to play football?
My recruitment process in high school was good. It wasn't off the wall, but it was pretty decent. I had Big Ten offers, um, a SEC offer. I had almost all the MAC offers. But yeah, my recruitment process was pretty good.
What were some of those visits like at those different schools?
Um, okay, I give you my top three. Well, I give you my top two, and I give you Miami's. Um, I went to LSU one time. I went to LSU versus Auburn. That game was turned. That game was hype for sure. Just seeing all the people, all the fans, how fast the game was. That was cool to me. Um, I went to Ohio State too. Ohio State. I liked Ohio State the way they was practicing, the way they just the way they go about themselves at Ohio State. Cool, and they just won the state. I mean, they just won a national championship there, so that's always good. That was a good visit. Miami of Ohio. I chose Miami of Ohio because I feel like I could come here and play right off the bat. I feel like I could come here. Not saying that the competition or anything in the MAC not good, but I feel like I could come here and just play right away off of coming off a ACL tear. So I feel like I could just get right back into it here and get that good like recovery here, come early and just play right away.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely understand that. And taking different visits to colleges like in LSU for games against Auburn and going to different schools like Ohio State, Miami of Ohio, and such. I'm sure that, those game environments and practice environments can be really intense. I've been to a couple Auburn
Yeah.
football games and the fans are just amazing. So shout out to them, War Eagle. But I'm sure LSU games are really crazy too. And, Ohio State has been successful for a very long time, especially in this decade, and they just won the national championship. So everybody's kind of
Hmm.
kind of been doing their thing for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
So NIL has been really crazy in college sports and really just overall. What type of NIL deals have you gotten so far?
I ain't really got no NIL deals for real. I don't think I'm gonna start getting those until I really get back till I start till I start back going. I ain't really been thinking about no NIL deals for real. Just want to get back on the field for real.
Describe your style of
Um,
play at cornerback.
just I would describe my style of play. So when you look on the field, I ain't the biggest or the tallest player on the field. Most of the time, I'm either guard or receiver that's my height or a little taller than me, or might just be way taller than me. So I focus on technique and footwork first. That's the first thing I work on is technique. I gotta get good at technique, getting my hands on, having fast feet.
Yeah, technique at cornerback is a very big deal. And I played cornerback before, and I'm on the shorter side, so I definitely understand. And there's been plenty of
Yeah,
cornerbacks in the NFL who are on the shorter side, but they've still done a magnificent job. Like, you got your Darrell Reeveses, Brent Grimes, and other corners as well that have been really good.
yeah, Darrell Reeves, Patrick Surtain, yeah, Patrick Surtain.
Do you model your game after anybody in the NFL currently?
Mike Sanders still, Washington
Washington.
Commanders. Yeah,
Yes, sir. Mike is nice. That's nice. He's a pretty good
yeah,
player.
yeah. He's nice. He's nice.
And he went to Michigan. So there's a connection there for sure.
Mm-hmm. Them dogs
Yes,
come
sir.
out of Michigan.
Who's the best receiver that you've gone against thus far?
Uh, I would say Marquise Peoples Jr. He is going to Ferris State now, but he's not a D2 player at all. He's D1 for sure. He one of them players that was slept on in high school.
Yeah, there's plenty of D2 players and really plenty of players just all throughout college football that may have not gotten offers from top schools, but they're still top players in their own right. There's been plenty of
Yeah,
D2 players and, other divisions as well to go to the league. So
yeah, for sure.
who's your favorite football player in the NFL currently?
Mike Sayers still.
Just overall, not just cornerback, but just Mike Sanistrill, just period.
Overall, period. I gotta go with Mike Sayers still over CeeDee Lamb.
CD, Dallas Cowboys, and one of the
Yeah,
best receivers in the league. You think CD's the best receiver in the league?
I think Jamar Chase is the best receiver in the league.
Okay, okay. CD's definitely
But
top three though.
but I only say CeeDee Lamb because his style of play, like the way his twitch, he can do everything. He can't do any like not he's not something he can't do.
Yeah, CD can run routes all over the field. He can create separation like crazy. Jamar also. I think one thing about Jamar Chase is his yards after catch. because when he
Yeah,
catches the ball, the route may not be the flashiest, but he's probably going to score a touchdown. Because after he gets the pass, it's kind of hard to tackle him, definitely, from what I've seen.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Jamar Chase.
What are your goals for the upcoming season in college football?
Um, one of our goals as a team is to make it to the college football playoffs. I don't think we ever did that here, but that's a goal. A personal goal for myself is freshman All American. That's my goal.
Gotcha. Okay, for sure. And you were talking about, how you tore your ACL. I remember we were talking, and you said that you just hit 7 months in to your whole recovery process. And so usually ACLs can take about 9 months or so. So, you're really pretty much almost there in terms of recovery, rehabbing on top of that and recovery even more so after you're healed initially. So, what has your whole recovery process been like?
My recovery process has been a lot of ups and downs, but it's been mostly ups. Um, I was healing pretty fast. I'm healing pretty fast. I'm feeling pretty good. Nothing really going on with my knee. I haven't had to get no extra surgeries or nothing. I'm back running, jumping. But my recovery process, it moved by pretty fast. I thought it would be a slow process, but it was pretty fast.
Yeah, the way medicine is now and sports medicine and technology with all these recoveries and different knee injuries like an ACL or meniscus recovery time has gotten a lot shorter now, and players are getting back to the field a lot quicker than they used to, say, 30 years ago or so, 1980s, 1990s, maybe even early 2000s. There's been players that
Yeah,
have torn the ACL and won an MVP the very next year, like Adrian Peterson. And so it's been quarterbacks
yeah,
that tore their ACL and come right back just fine.
yeah. They got Stephon Diggs looking crazy.
Yeah.
Stephon Diggs back moving in like 5 months.
5, 6 months in, already cutting, looking pretty sharp on the field, making those sharp cuts. So
Yeah,
I'm expecting a pretty big season out of him, especially with the New England Patriots and their quarterback Drake May. So he definitely has a
yeah,
new target for him.
for sure.
Yes, sir. What's something that you want college football fans from all over to know about you?
Um, Something I want them to know about me. I want my teammates to show I'm not a selfish player at all. I'm not a selfish player at all. I love what my teammates are in.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Coaches say no one is bigger than the team. It's always about the team. You got to put the team first. So I respect that definitely.
Yes, sir.
What I like to ask a lot of DVs on the show about guarding different people one on one, is there anybody in the NFL currently that you think you can guard one on one right now? Say if you were fully healthy, all good to go. Is there anybody right now that you would want to guard one on one?
That I would want to guard. Either Tyreek Hill or AJ Brown.
Tyreek Hill's a fast one now. Got to be careful with that one. Then you got
Yeah,
AJ. AJ, a big body. He can run routes, but that's a big dude, definitely.
yeah. Tyreek Hill. I don't. Tyreek Hill is too fast, but I think I can. Yeah, I think lock him up. Not lock him up, but I think I can. Yeah,
You think that you're good for a few reps, none major, nothing locked down like, but you can get them
about
a
a
couple times.
about a couple
Couple. I dig that. I dig that. For sure, for sure. Who's your favorite NFL team?
Cowboys.
Cowboys. How did you end up becoming a Dallas Cowboys fan?
People don't like when I say that, but CeeDee Lamb when they had CeeDee when they had first when they had Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott that first year, I think it was Ezekiel Elliott rookie year. That's when it became my favorite team for me. When
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb joined the team, that's when I was like, okay, yeah,
Cowboys are nice. Cowboys are nice. I'm surprised they haven't really broken through just yet, but I feel like they're right there knocking on the door. They got a crazy defense with Micah Parsons, especially Micah Parsons. That's one of my favorite defensive players in the league. They got a crazy defense with him, and they also got a crazy offense with Dak, CD, and the rest of the players that they have. And they always have a good offensive line too.
Yeah, Dak Prescott get to disappearing when the playoffs come.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. Dak is a great QB. They just gotta get over the hump. That's all.
Yeah.
What's something that you learned being a college football player that you didn't know about college football before? Like, did you get to college and you were like, okay, well, this is something that I didn't really expect.
Um, I wouldn't say it's anything I didn't expect, but I have learned a lot about football since I got here. I've learned a lot about football, stuff that I didn't even know, like at all. But it's not nothing I didn't expect.
Mm. Usually, when a lot of players, go to college and they're freshmen, they say sometimes, the workouts are brutal, especially getting used to it as a freshman, and then also having to process so much information at once, or at least at a time with the playbook, defensive calls. Because in high school, a lot of the stuff is simple. We're gonna play cover one, we're gonna play cover two, three. Y'all know what to do. You know your assignment, and just go. But when you get to college, it can be a
Yeah,
lot different sometimes.
yeah.
All right, folks. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. Shout out to Adrian Walker Jr. for coming on. Adrian, good luck this season. Appreciate you being on the show.
Appreciate you. I appreciate you, my guy.
Yes, sir. Also, y'all be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at BJT_era. All my links will be in the description box. And you can also follow Adrian Walker Jr. on Instagram. And Adrian, what's your Instagram?
82 live with two underscores.
Yes, sir. You heard him. 82 Live with two underscores. Be sure to follow him on Instagram. Check him out. And that's
Yes, sir.
that. But I hope y'all have a good one. Peace out.